What a weekend in the AFC West. You could feel the tension building as the scores rolled in. And now here we are on the eve of one of the biggest Raiders-Chargers showdowns in recent memory. And here's the crazy part. The Raiders didn't even play today. Somehow this might have been one of the best Sundays for Raider Nation in 2 decades. The Chiefs lost. The Broncos lost. And now, the table is set for Las Vegas to seize control of the division on Monday Night Football. It's all sitting right in front of them. And opportunities like this don't come around often. In fact, the Raiders haven't had a chance to grab the AFC West like this since 2002, more than 20 years ago. Back when they last won the division. That's what makes Monday night so massive. This isn't just another game. This is a chance to flip the script on the entire season. Let's start with the Chiefs, because what happened today should have every Raiders fan watching with wide eyes. Kansas City, the defending AFC champs, dropped to 0-2 after falling to the Eagles, 2017. And it wasn't just a stumble. It was Patrick Mahomes and Andy Reid looking mortal, looking beatable in a way we've rarely seen since Mahomes took over under center. For the first time in his career, Mahomes has lost 3 straight games, counting the Super Bowl last February. Let that sink in. Mahomes has never been on a streak like this, and now Kansas City looks vulnerable. Their upcoming schedule isn't a cakewalk either. Sure, the Giants are up next, which should be a win, but then comes Baltimore. There's a very real chance the Chiefs are sitting at 1-2-3 after 4 weeks. Now the Broncos. Oh man, what a collapse. Denver had their game against the Colts right there in their hands and let it slip. Final score, Colts 29, Broncos 28, and the way it ended? Pure heartbreak. Denver lined up for a 60-yard game winner, missed it short and wide, and that should have been it. But no, a personal foul on the Broncos for jumping on the long snapper's back moved the ball 15 yards closer. Suddenly, it was a 45-yarder, and this time, the Colts nailed it. Game over. The Colts are shockingly 2-0, while Denver is left at 1-1, scratching their heads and wondering what just happened. So here's where that leaves the division. Broncos at 1-1, Chiefs at 0-2, and the Raiders with a golden opportunity. Beat the Chargers on Monday night, and suddenly Las Vegas is 2-0 and sitting alone on top of the AFC West.
But let's not get ahead of ourselves. The Chargers are no easy out.
They're coming off a statement win over the Chiefs in Week 1. And a lot of people are already talking about them as one of the top 3 teams in the ESD league. Injuries are going to play a massive role in this one. Let's start with the good news. Brock Bowers is good to go. He practiced today, looked fantastic, and head coach Pete Carroll himself said Bowers looked terrific. That's huge. Especially after a week of speculation where fans were throwing around words like ACL and MCL. Turns out, it's just a PCL tweak, far less severe. By Monday night, with a couple more days of rest, Bowers could be close to 100%. That's a game changer for this offense. But here's the bad news. Jackson Powers-Johnson is out with a concussion. And this isn't just about one game. This is at least his 3rd concussion going back to college, and that raises real concerns about his long-term health. Last time he had one, he missed 5 weeks. Multiple concussions mean you react differently to hits. What barely phases one player can sideline someone like JPJ for days. Watching the tape, you could tell something was off last week. Slow reactions, missed assignments, even spinning around on plays. Without him, Alex Kappa steps in. He's solid, but there's no sugarcoating it. The line takes a hit, and the Chargers will smell blood. Their defensive coordinator, Jesse Minter, is a master at exploiting weaknesses, and he's going to test Kappa, DJ Glaze, and Jordan Meredith from the very first snap. That means the Raiders absolutely must protect Geno Smith. One bad turnover, a strip sack. Pick could swing this game instantly. So how do the Raiders win? First, unleash Ashton Ginty, but not just pounding him up the middle into a stacked box. Get creative. Motion him out wide. Throw him screens. Get him in space where he can make defenders miss. Last week, he had 38 rushing yards, but 45 yards after contact. That's a sign the line wasn't opening holes for him. If you can't clear lanes, then let him operate as a receiver and make defenders pay. Use those 2 tight end sets with Bowers and Michael Mayer to create mismatches and open up the playbook defensively. The mission is clear: make Justin Herbert uncomfortable. A confident Herbert will carve you up, but a rattled Herbert can be forced into mistakes. The key? Pressure. Max Crosby has to dominate, plain and simple. There's been a lot of buzz about Chargers rookie tackle Joe Alt, and Crosby has heard all of it. This is his chance to silence that noise and remind everyone he's still one of the most disruptive players in football. The Raiders need to get after Herbert early, hit him, and keep him guessing all night long. Keenan Allen is another name to circle. 6 of his 7 catches last week were either first downs or touchdowns. That's lethal efficiency. The Raiders cannot afford to let him move the chains at will. Discipline on third downs is crucial. Force the Chargers into third and longs. Get off the field. And don't overlook the ground game. The Chargers want to establish it to set up play action, so stack the box, take it away, and make them one-dimensional. If you can do that, suddenly the odds tilt heavily in your favor. One of the most fascinating matchups will be Khalil Mack against DJ Glaze. Mack might be a veteran, but he's still a beast. If the Raiders get caught leaving Glaze one-on-one without help, Geno Smith could be in for a long night. Chip Kelly's system isn't big on constant double teams, so communication will be key. When those one-on-one situations come, Glaze has to hold his ground or Geno's going down. On the flip side, the Chargers' own offensive line shuffle could play into the Raiders' hands. Rashawn Slater is out for the season, so they've had to move rookie Joe Alt to left tackle and start Trey Pipkins on the right. That's a huge opportunity for the Raiders' pass rush. Crosby should eat against Pipkins, and Malcolm Koonce has a real chance to shine against Alt, still adjusting to the NFL game. This is going to be a physical, emotional game. Both teams know exactly what's on the line, and both are going to come out swinging. For the Raiders, the task is clear. Match the Chargers' intensity, play with an edge, and send a message from the opening whistle. The narrative of this division has flipped on its head in just 2 weeks. Everyone thought the Chiefs and Chargers were untouchable at the top. Now, the Chiefs are winless, the Broncos are stumbling, and the Raiders have a shot to stand alone in first place. A win on Monday night doesn't just put them at the top of the AFC West. It changes everything. Suddenly, they're not just the scrappy underdog anymore. Suddenly, they're a contender. In Raider Nation, that's the kind of moment you wait decades for. If you're hyped for Monday night and want more breakdowns like this, hit that like button and smash subscribe. Drop your score predictions in the comments.